Hello, Room Mithril here once again. Just an update on what's going on to let everyone know what's going on with the storm situation. And the TLDR is we're actually perfectly fine here. We got super lucky on this one. We basically didn't have any major property damage here, and by some miracle, we still even have power. I'm honestly surprised by that one. Uh, a lot of people in the area did lose power. My uncle's friend, for example, and there's no telling how long it's going to take to get everyone up and running again. My uncle's going over there later today to help him out with some things, but uh, you know, other areas got hit far, far harder than we did. Basically, our saving grace in this area was that the majority of the storm hit to our east. So that means that, like all the outer bands of the hurricane, they have to sweep all the way across the land before they get back around to us, so we were only getting hit with like the weaker parts of it. And so, we got super lucky on this. And my heart goes out to people in Louisiana, like the Lake Charles area. I know they got hit super hard by this, and as someone who, just due to our life circumstances here, we don't have the resources to where it's not feasible for us to just pick up and get out of town every time one of these things sweeps through. So I know how horrifying it is to just have to sit there and wait and see what this thing's going to do. And so my heart goes out to anyone who had to stay behind in those areas, and I hope everything works out and that you're okay and that you can get whatever help and assistance you need, because yeah, this thing, we were very lucky on our impact, but I know other places weren't so much. And I know that this thing is still going on kind of a major tour of a good chunk of the US. It's going to weaken over time, staying over land, of course, but I hope everybody's okay. Uh, like I said, the eye of the storm hitting to our east, that's really what helped us, because Laura at landfall was a category 4, but we were just getting hit with the weaker parts of it. Because like initial estimates were some of the towns around us, some of the cities, were going to be getting like sustained winds or at least gusts in excess of triple digits. But by the time it made landfall and we were getting more reports on it, that was reduced greatly to where like even gusts in nearby towns were maybe seeing up to like maybe at a gust 100 at most, but it dropped off so much. Rain estimates dropped off so much on our side of things, and so we got super lucky on this one. Uh, Most of yesterday I was just busy helping out with last minute preparations around here, making sure we had everything as locked down and tightened up as we possibly could, everything as secure as possible. And so by the time all that was done, I was just exhausted. And I wasn't online really any yesterday. I couldn't concentrate on anything yesterday other than just, okay, make sure we have everything as ready as possible. I didn't even really do anything like gaming wise yesterday. I think I logged on Animal Crossing long enough to see who my daily visitor was, and that was about it. I didn't have the wherewithal to really focus on playing anything. So for a good chunk yesterday, my cousin had just kind of gone to bed to just sleep through it all, and my uncle and I, we were out in the living room going back and forth between getting weather reports and watching things like Cinematic Titanic and Rift Tracks to just get our mind off stuff. The storm, pretty much that made landfall and really started affecting us, I would say around 12:30, 1 in the morning. And that was when we started getting the worst of it, was like between 1 a.m. to, I mean, not even 5 a.m. I'd say I feel like the worst of it was over around 4 a.m. And sitting there in the living room, we could hear like strong wind gusts outside and stuff blowing around, but just occasionally. It wasn't anything like just the horrific sounds we got when Hurricane Rita passed over us. We were just hearing like just occasional gusts of wind outside, stronger gusts. We were hearing rain, of course, but that was about it. And by the time we got to like 4:30 in the morning, 5, it just sounded like we were just having a basic rainstorm, and that was about it. And just it was it was almost relieving to hear that, and just the fact that our power never went out, I'm still just amazed by that one. I really am. So yeah, that's where the situation is right now. I'm not really sure how affected like major cities around us were. We haven't really been able to go out and look around too much. I think my uncle's going to kind of take a look when he goes out to go help his friend with some stuff. But I mean, from what we've been hearing, it doesn't sound like the roads are flooded or anything like that, or majorly obstructed or anything. So yeah, we came out of this pretty okay. We were just really lucky on this. I want to thank everyone out there who sent in their well wishes and wanting to make sure we stayed safe and everything. I'm very thankful to everyone for that, and so hopefully we can get back on track pretty quickly here. Just and hopefully we can be done with storms for a while. That would be nice. But yeah, with that, see you next time. Fare thee well.